Hey y'all, and welcome to the Sorry Not Sorry Generation podcast, where we bring you a not so healthy dose of humor and reality as we get our hands dirty with some serious nostalgia and question everything.
Let's dive in.
Hey y'all,
Hey y'all,
it's Misty.
it's Ani.
And for this month, as we continue our Disney Channel original expedition, we are going to watch the other top movie that was voted for in the form of Johnny Tsunami.
Hey pollo.
So, for anybody who doesn't know, Johnny Tsunami is about a kid who is from Hawaii, and he is forced to move with his parents to Vermont, of all places. And obviously, Vermont doesn't have any surfing, so he learns to snowboard instead. And
Which
it has
apparently
dawned.
is very different than surfing.
Yes. The one thing I did learn from this movie is that the way in which you steer a surfboard versus a snowboard is the opposite. One uses the front of the board and the other one uses the back of the board. I can't tell you which is which, but I guess we'll learn in a minute. So, but yeah, I also thought that we would in 2024 start saying a little bit of what the movie's about rather than just jumping into them, because it really dawned on me that, hey, I could say we're going to watch Johnny Tsunami, and if you have never heard of that movie, you're going to have no idea what I'm talking about. So,
It's fair.
for 2024, we're going to make some clarifications, I guess. So, but yeah,
we're working on it.
We're working on it's a whole life is a work in progress. That's just all there is to it. But yeah, we are into 2024, which is we're into the second year of the podcast. Well, we're already in the second year of the podcast, but
we're in our second season. Third season will start in March.
Yeah. Third season is going to start because that'll be when our 3rd year anniversary happens for the podcast.
I know, and guess where I'm gonna be? In Florida.
That's true. It wasn't planned like that.
No,
it wasn't
not planned like that whatsoever.
It's never planned like that. Now, me coming to you in 2023, that was planned for that time, but like you guys coming out here for that was not planned. So that is pretty interesting. And when I was in I was gonna say, when I was in California, did we do live videos? We did, but we just did them at Disney.
So we just did them at Disney.
And I'm just like, did we do that? Look, it's been a hot minute. It's already been like a year, so. But yeah, so you guys are going to get some more live content in a couple of months, as Ani and Aaron and I will all be back in the same physical space again.
I love it.
Yes. And then this month and in the next couple of months, we've got a few different things going on. We will likely be doing something for the premiere of Hazbin Hotel. This month. And we will probably post something for the release of the new Crescent City book. And we might do some polls later to see what other kind of content you guys are looking from us. Do you want more like book release content on top of the things that we do? Would you be interested in, like, instead of doing an episode about Hazbin Hotel, do you want us to I want to say live tweet, but we don't use Twitter, but live post about it as we watch it, live videos as reactions or things like that. So keep an eye out on our social media for any polls or anything else, or just feel free to drop us a message and tell us what you think.
We humbly await your responses.
I don't think there's anything about either of us that's humble, but you can pretend.
That's nothing about
we'll pretend. It's
fine. It's
fine. We'll pretend. All right. Let us get this snowboarding party started.
Wahoo! Yeah, we're simping over an older man. It's fine.
I mean, have you seen that man? Yeah.
Yeah. And look at these little children. They're supposed to be surfers.
At least at this point, these kids actually look like they're kids. If it was a movie today, they would all be 22 and pretending to be 12.
Yeah, they looked ripped and everything.
like it is nice to see that they're not using like 27-year-olds for this.
Yeah, I hate when they do that.
I do too. And it's always just an excuse so they can put sex scenes in it. And it's just like, yeah, but they're pretending to be children.
Like
So,
they're pretending to be kids. Like let's not.
hmm where do I know the grandfather from?
The grandpa. I know where you know him from. Please hold. Please hold.
Holding.
Johnny Tsunami. Okay. His name is Kerry Hiroyuki Tagawa. You know him from, let's
Hmm.
go all the way down. Come on.
From Johnny Tsunami.
Yes, you know him from Johnny Tsunami.
Yes.
All right, let's go all the way back to, we'll start in the 90s, or you want to start in the 80s?
90s.
Okay, 90s.
So while she's looking at that, the children, Johnny and his friends and everything like that, are getting ready for some kind of surfing competition by the looks of it, while they run rampant all over the beach.
Have you seen Mortal Kombat?
The movie, yes.
He's Shang Tsung from Mortal Kombat.
Okay.
Um,
Oh, Johnny is in a surfing competition taking on, to be fair, quite a big wave. I wonder if the kid actually did surfing in this movie.
I will check. The American Dragons.
And this, and one of his friends is over there just like, he's gonna fail, he's gonna fail, he's gonna fail.
Right?
And they're all just looking at him like, you shut the fuck up.
He was in Elektra,
Yeah, I've seen that too, yeah.
Memoirs of a Geisha.
Yeah, that one too.
He was in 2 episodes of Heroes.
Seen that too, yeah. Look at you
Uh,
naming things I've seen. Oh my
I
god.
know. Like I'm skipping a bunch because I'm like I don't think she knows these, but he was also in Tekken.
I don't. No, I don't think I saw Tekken.
Uh, I love him so much.
I do too. And Johnny's like, "Where's Dad?" And his mom's like, "Oh, you know,
Oh, he
he's
got
working
busy
on the world's
again.
oldest computer." Like, did you see that monstrosity?
Yes, yes. All right, so we're looking at fun facts. If he actually learned how. Wow. The grandpa Johnny Tsunami, the actor,
Yeah.
was only 9 years older than the guy who plays his son. So Johnny Capahola's dad.
Oh, okay. Well, to be fair, I mean the grandfather does look pretty good. So.
And the dad played the lead villain in Karate Kid too.
Wow. Yeah. That this movie's made 1999, and the dude not only has a personal computer, but directly next to him, he has a laptop. I'm a little surprised.
Something local. Okay, Pop.
Oh, that's fun. Like the Johnny tries to get interested in what his dad's doing and have a conversation with him, and his dad uses his computer to show Johnny that none of the professional surfers make jack shit. It's just like that's great. Your kid's like 12. Maybe just be a little more supportive. Okay, he's probably like 14, but still.
I know. It's like why are you so against your son wanting to spend so much time with his dad, like his grandpa, who is his idol?
Yeah, just because like you think the grandfather's like not worth anything or something like that. Like, come on. He's the kid's 14. Let him be who he wants to be, man. At least the mom is supportive.
Yeah, I mean it's weird. Like just let baby
He's
Johnny, be a
14.
14-year
Like,
old surfer dude.
just let him be a kid. Like,
Like,
come
bro,
on.
y'all, like, you live in Hawaii. What do you expect?
Like, it's
You wake up to this wonderful view. Like your windows are wide open. The ocean's right there. There's a breeze coming in. Like,
well, and also like he has trophies, so it's not like he's just fucking around. He's competing and he's winning. And beyond that, like he could be out there doing far worse things. He could be out there doing drugs, he could be out there getting into trouble, but no, he just goes out there and he surfs. Oh, and now his parents want to have a serious talk with him.
it's like cool. It's like, hey, I want something really cool about my job, son. We're leaving, and you're going to a different school
In a different state.
where there's no surfing. Sorry, you will be in snow.
The mom is pissed. Which makes you think that she just found out about this too.
We're moving back east. Where? Kauai? The kid can't even comprehend anything east of Hawaii.
Yeah. And the kid's like, excuse me?
It's like, we're all leaving? You tell me that we're
In
leaving
a
in a
week?
week. A week! If my
How are
parents
you?
fucking told me at this kid's age that we're leaving, I am gonna leave everything I know behind in a week. I throw the biggest fucking tantrum.
I mean, I would be furious. I would
Oh
be
yeah.
absolutely fucking furious. But also, you're gonna sell your house and purchase a new house in a week? Really? I would be so pissed. He's like actually taking it pretty well, all things considered. But the mom looks pissed, like she might have just found out, like that night, that this was happening.
No, I think the mom is pissed because like she kept telling her husband, "You need
Mm-hmm.
to tell him," and the
Yeah,
dad's like, "I'll tell him a week out."
honestly, and it's just.
Like
But then again, if she did know, you should have just broken down and told him.
yeah, like agreed, agreed.
Like I think if the kid had handled it poorly, I mean, it says a lot about him the fact that he didn't handle it too poorly. Like he's like, okay, we're moving. He didn't throw a fit. He didn't argue. He didn't yell or anything like that. But he's clearly upset. Like
He's
you definitely should have had
devastated.
like you definitely should have had a conversation with him. I think if he would have reacted really badly, I don't know, if I was her, I might have considered separation.
Yeah.
Like, do you want to relocate your kid on the other side of the, not even on the other side of the country, like literally, like from Hawaii to mainland United States as far away as possible? Especially considering the fact that, like, you do just kind of get the vibe that his dad's doing it to get his son away from his grandfather.
Grandpa, which is fucked. Like
Yeah,
they have a healthy relationship.
they do.
Like Johnny goes to Grandpa Johnny, like for all of his problems, and Grandpa Johnny just sits there and tells him, like he encourages him.
Yeah.
Like
I feel bad for the kid. Like, just.
I feel bad for the kid, but I also feel bad for like the grandpa. Even though the grandpa's got his own fucking life and friends and whatever, but like he's losing his grandson.
Yeah. The grandfather hugs his daughter-in-law, but just shakes his
Takes
son's
his son's
hand.
hand. So
Like,
clearly you know there's a falling out there.
yeah.
Why are you all are in snow? Why are you not bundled up? I get the kid.
Like,
I get the
they-
kid. He doesn't want to do
yeah.
any of this, but like the mom should know to not just wear a open button down shirt with a camisole underneath a jacket. Like
Or, like, why didn't you get your son winter clothes? Like,
that
just-
too.
like, my
That's
first question would
fucking
be like,
too.
where is your son's winter clothing? Like, hello? But like they immediately just like they went in the car in Hawaii, and then the next scene is literally them like getting to Vermont. I mean, he seems kind of excited. Like he's not super unhappy about it. He seems interested.
Well, he's got like you would be too. You're like, okay, I don't like it here, but like it's different, so I kind of want to explore, but I'm doing it begrudgingly.
They decorated his room.
And he just covers up his snow resort poster with a Surf's Up poster.
Yeah.
Bruh, the kid wants to call his grandpa and be like, hey, we made it. We're safe. We're alive.
Yeah.
And his dad's like, I'm sure he knows. It's fine.
Just like, just stop being such an asshole, my dude. The dad is just absolutely failing.
Yes, thank you for my class schedule at this uppity boarding type school.
Yeah. Like that, this is.
It's not a boarding school, but like.
It's an
still techy.
academy.
Yeah.
Like the son and the dad have literally nothing in common.
Nothing.
And his dad takes him to school, and it's just like, look, your dad's got his very own parking space, his name on it, and everything. And it's just like, am I supposed to be impressed? Like, I could do that with some paint, my dude.
It's like, Dad, I really don't want nor need you on my first day at this school when I don't even want to be here, and you're the reason for it. Please go away.
They did not buy this kid a new wardrobe.
No,
Like
he's
still wearing like the Hawaiian shirt and everything like underneath it and all that. And it's just like they didn't buy this man. They did not buy this boy an outfit. Like they didn't even buy him something to take on the plane.
They didn't even get him like his fucking school uniform.
I have to wonder, like, did you not like what part of the school year is this? Like, is it in the middle of the school year? Because if I was the mom, I would have been like, okay, well, you, the husband, like, go to Vermont and like go get the house settled. Work on that. We'll work on selling this one and we'll transfer Johnny at the beginning of the next school year. Not, or at least between semesters. Like if it's in the fall semester, like at least wait until the winter semester or like the
Yeah,
spring semester. But like if it's in the spring semester, then like we'll wait
smack dab in the
and
middle.
we'll move over the summer.
What was the other movie that or show, whatever the hell we were reviewing that we had to sit? Oh, duh, Twilight, where it's just fucking like goes to fucking Forks like
In
high school
March.
in fucking March.
That was really strange. Like in fucking
The
March.
fact that I forgot what we were talking about it, I'm just like, wow.
It just means you've blocked it out of your head. Like, let's be honest.
What do you do in Hawaii? Surf and surf and surf and surf.
And more surfing. They're like, he's like, there's surfing, there's windsurfing, there's hiking, there's more
Kayaking.
surfing.
You want pineapple? Sludge. Crushed pineapple sludge.
From the biggest can I've ever seen.
It's gotta be industrial size for a school. Come on.
Why is he the only one not wearing a uniform?
Because it's his first day and his parents didn't
bother to even fucking buy him the jacket, let alone the uniforms. Yeah. I can't stand these movies where like everybody's a jackass to the new kid or whatever, and like the girl that's supposed to be the interest, like, is also an asshole to him in the beginning. Like everybody's laughing at him as they like kind of shove him off the table. And like she chuckles too. And it's just like, really? And then the dad comes in, like to see his kid during lunch and looks through the door and sees his son sitting completely alone. And instead of going and talking to his kid, maybe sitting with him or whatever, just leaves.
walks away. It's like,
Just doesn't even say hello, just leaves.
Totally nectar. Goes Richter. This slang, man. The fact that I know what they're saying.
Yeah, I know.
Hi, Xenon.
Oh, yeah, that is Xenon, isn't it?
It is Xenon.
We've watched two movies back to back that are both with the same actress in it.
It's like, I guess this is the interim period where she was sent to Earth, the alternate reality, since
There
they're
you
going
go.
to LA or wherever they were supposed to be.
She was
goes
sent to Earth for a little while, so yeah.
But instead of that part of the world that looked like very beach town, she's sent to Vermont and she goes to this ritzy fucking school.
There you go. And so she decides, after seeing this magazine of him being like, with an article in it of how promising he is as the next like surfer. He knocks over everything in a store. Like she decides to take him skiing. Like
whole stand of skiing.
You see that he's a snowboarder, like a surfer, and your first thought is to take him skiing rather than snowboarding. Sure. Because that makes sense.
Well, I get why, because technically skiing is a lot easier. I have heard that skiing is a lot easier to learn.
Yeah.
But it's hard to master versus snowboarding, where it's the opposite, where snowboarding is it's hard to learn.
Mm-hmm.
But once you do, it's really easy to master it.
I have not heard that. That's a good thing to know.
And the couple times I went, the 1 or 2 times I went snowboarding, that's what I was told.
I did not realize that was Xenon.
Really?
Yeah, did not realize that was Xenon.
She's not wearing enough neon.
That's fair. I think it's the bangs. Like, it just throws me off.
Like,
these guys shove him down the mountain. Like,
how dangerous is that? Like, you are just waiting for a lot. He could die! Or be seriously injured, and that is now on you. That is on you, on your parents, like...
And, like, you don't care. You just want to be an asshole.
I love how the one kid's like, maybe we should stop this. And the other one's like, nah, this is too much fun.
Like, just let it go.
You'll stop before you hit the highway. Why is the highway so close to the snow?
That is a good question. Like, you're literally just going to let him go all the way down the mountain. And they're like, oh, we tried to stop him, to the girl as she, like, comes after them. It's like, no, you didn't, you jackasses.
And he ends up going into danger territory.
Uh-huh. Did you find out whether or not he was the surfer?
Yes, I'm about to check. If Johnny Capahala learned surfing.
Yeah, it's like he winds all the way up back at the store.
As now the poor thing is.
I don't like the fact that she's like, well, you should try to be more careful next time. Maybe somebody shouldn't try to shove him down the mountain next time.
Like, you're a bit too much of a twat to really think well of your friends there.
They're all assholes at this point, including her.
She is too, because she's not doing anything.
Well, and she blamed him for it.
Horrible. Did you make any new friends? Yeah, they took me skiing. How'd that go? Great. They pushed me down a fucking slope.
Man, no shit. Okay, my memory of this movie was this kid being a lot older than he is. I gotta be
Really?
honest with you. Yeah. Like, in my head, he's not 13. He was like 16 or something like that. But I guess at the time when I was watching this in 1999, like,
Yeah, the
seemed
second
older.
one, he's 12. He's supposed to be
Okay.
12. In the second one, he's 17.
All right, what's this
Sorry,
guy's
he's
dad
14.
have?
Sorry.
What does his dad have to say? So Johnny calls his grandfather, but his grandfather's not home. The dad comes in and he's just kind of like, "Oh, is he not answering?"
Also, yes, Brandon Baker, aka Johnny Capahala,
Mhm.
is Hawaiian and is a surfer and a snowboarder.
Oh, well, that's cool. So you're telling me that a Disney Channel movie from 1999 did a better job at correct representation of the race that they're portraying more so than most modern day Hollywood blockbusters?
With the skills. With the correct skills. Yes. Yes.
I think it would be difficult to find a 12-year-old Hawaiian boy who could both surf and snowboard. Like, what are the odds that like, at 12, he's an expert at both?
And what are the odds? So they give Johnny his school uniform, and his dad's just like, "You look like you grew up here." It's like, shut up.
It's terrible. At least he doesn't make him get a haircut, which I was honestly kind of expecting.
But I love how he adds his Hawaiian shirt to the uniform. He's like, "Nah, I'm gonna make this my own."
It's like, I'm gonna wear the pants, the shoes, the jacket, and the tie. I'm keeping the Hawaiian shirt, and I will not be tucking it in.
Fuck that.
And he's immediately made to leave the room. His teacher wears the worst blazer I've ever seen. It is 3 times too big.
But if you notice, she smiles. So I think she likes him. Like, she's like, I like this kid. Yes, the headmaster.
The headmaster is her father.
He's just like, oh, this principal's your dad? And she's like, we called him headmaster. It's like, okay.
You call your own father headmaster? That's weird.
Okay, cult.
See, and now she's being an asshole to him too. She's like, do you know the one thing that pisses my father off more than anything else? Dress code violations.
Like, bite me. I wasn't dressed right. I think it's my shirt.
I don't like the fact that he's like, well, what can I do for you, Johnny? Like, why are you here? And like, I think you should know why.
It's like, it is clear why he is here.
I hate this argument that he's using. It's just like, well, we have found that if we make everybody dress the same, then people don't feel with peer pressure to, based on how much money they spend on their fashion and like the trends and things like that. No, but instead you make everyone wear uniforms that are anywhere between $150 and $200 for one set. And which is way more than a lot of people are paying for a shirt or a jacket or anything else. And you make everybody pretty much give up their like autonomy, self-identity. Yeah.
It's like, what's so wrong with wanting to do like we had uniforms.
The kid next to Johnny, like Johnny is 12. Xenon must be like 13, 14 in this. The kid next to him is like 16, right? Like that's just that kid is much older than him.
How old? Hang on. How old is Johnny Capahala?
Oh, Johnny's
he's 13.
He's 13. Okay. Well, the kid next to him, the asshole, like definitely looks like he's 16.
It's like, why are we all in the same, like, were you held back because your brain just didn't function right? Like,
I believe that. And then if so, why are you hitting on the 14-year-old girl? But so Johnny is on a bus home and a bunch of snowboarders get on board. And he meets Sam for the first time, and Sam has a very nice snowboard. But Sam, along with pretty much everybody else, has heard about Johnny's absolute disaster of a day on the slopes.
I was so sad to the day when he died.
I know. Okay, so
Wow.
apparently there's a rift, and Academy kids ski, and the public
And the public
school
school
kids
snowboard,
snowboard.
which I
And
think is real dumb because it sounds very like that old Southern Family Feud thing. You know the one I'm talking about?
no.
Uh, the Hatfields and the McCoys.
Oh.
It sounds like a Hatfield versus McCoys thing with the
Uh,
academy versus public school.
she
Wow,
calls the public school kids urchins.
she's not the only one.
Wow. Wow, what an elitist little prick, isn't she?
But
Jesus.
they're all that way. They're all like
Yeah.
that.
Was there supposed to be likable kids in that school?
No, no, the Maple Valley kids are the cool ones, the urchins. 'Cause, I mean, look at what he's wearing. His snow
True.
headgear looks like a sea urchin.
And one of the public school kids, like, as Johnny walks up to Sam, is like, you can't talk to him. He's a sky. And Sam's looking at him, like, it's not contagious. Also, Johnny, you called Sam an urchin to his face. Like,
I mean, that isn't that how Sam introduced himself?
oh, I don't know.
But like,
Is
I
the
love
name
how-
of this school like urchin or something?
no, it's Maple Valley High.
It's terrible.
It's Maple Valley.
Yeah,
And, like-
it's just like, but everybody's just referring to them as urchins. The owner of the
The-
snowboard shop is a snow hippie.
Yeah, he's one of those guys. Like, I love how quick and innocent this boy's friendship is. It's like, hi, we met on the bus. You snowboard. I'm not from here. I hate my school. I want to do what you do.
The snowboarder, the guy who owns the shop, knows Johnny's grandfather, which I think is really cool. At least knows of him.
Big fan. He's like, take whatever you want.
He's just like, I'm a big fan of your grandfather, so just take what you need. And snowboards must be expensive. Johnny's like, I don't have to wear that hat you're wearing, do I? And he's like,
Sam's
"You're not."
reaction just goes,
It's like, you're not cool enough for this hat.
not yet. Johnny's like, so it's just snowboarding is just surfing, right? But with snow.
With snow. And Sam's just like, sure.
This is very much a Jazara and Valkyria moment.
Yes. Yes, it is.
Jazz being like, I have information for you. And Val going, you could have told me that before I ate shit. No, I
True.
want you to learn.
See, that's what it is. It's Sam is telling him, it's just like the main differences between snowboarding and surfing is that with snowboarding you steer with the back of the board, and surfing you steer with the front of the board. So, which makes sense. And Johnny is not good at it, no matter what he does.
Not yet.
He eats a lot of. A little child helped him up.
I
Oh,
mean,
no.
come on. He spent his entire life doing one thing.
Yeah.
Now he's
it's
got to
true.
do it. Now he's got to
He's
make
now
his
got to do a
mind-
second thing.
No. Like, now he's got to tell his brain, like, okay, we're on a board, but we
Uh-huh.
got to do it the complete opposite way of what we've done for 10 years.
And you can't move your feet either.
I know.
Like, they are stuck to this board.
That's the one thing I hate about snowboarding is that I can't fucking move my feet.
Yeah.
But like determined, this kid's got determination, man. Like he didn't stop. He's like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it until I get it right.
And Sam's now teaching him like a secret handshake now, and they're practicing it as they walk along.
And Johnny's about to get bum rushed by the preppy skies. Oh yeah, where's the challenge as you fall on your back?
Johnny has an
This is-
entirely new board now as his dad comes and pretty much rescues him from a bunch of bullies.
He does, and my question, like, do his parents ever question how
He gets a
got
snowboard.
all this gear? Like,
Probably
where-
not. His dad would not be happy to find out it was because that the snowboard shop owner was a fan of his dad.
Right? It's a turf war. Literally,
Yeah.
literally Hatfields and McCoys.
Yeah.
Why would you do that though? So Sam is telling Johnny that well, I guess the people that owned like the family that owned the mountaintop or whatever
Yeah.
when they died split it. Snowboarders on one side, skiers on the other side. But the problem
Yeah.
is that all the good snow is on the Skyliner side,
Yeah.
and the snowboarders aren't allowed over there. And I'm like, why would you do that?
It doesn't make any sense to
If
me.
your whole think of it commercially, like you are going to get more money the more people you let onto your resort.
Are real mountains aren't divided that way, are they? Between snowboarders and skiers? Like,
No.
I've never heard of that before.
You go up the freaking lift and you
Yeah,
see either
like-
skis or snowboards. Like everybody's
Yeah.
there. Everyone shares the mountain.
And Sam's friends are also still kind of like, why are you with this dude? But Sam just doesn't care. He's just like, he's a chill dude, man.
Sam's friends aren't bad. They're just more like we've never really interacted
Yeah.
with someone from
friends-
the other side.
His friends are hesitant, but much less douchebaggy than
Yeah,
the people
they're-
that Johnny goes to school with.
They're more like, okay, he's here. We're just gonna go over here. You, Sam, do whatever. Whereas the preppy kids are like, we're just gonna gang up on this guy,
Yeah. Beat him up, take his stuff.
make him feel like shit. No, it's fine.
Is this Sam's dad is in the military, right?
Yes,
Yes.
he's a sergeant, the famous Hawaiian surfer. No, Johnny, you should definitely go out with Sam and his dad.
Because I'm pretty sure Sam's dad is a lot nicer than your dad.
Right? Also, I forgot. I know where they're gonna go later in the movie. I just forgot how they get there.
Well, I guess we're going to find out.
I know. And now we're watching old VHS tapes of Johnny's grandpa
Yep.
on the waves.
Sam's like, you've been surfing 40-foot waves.
So, no, I'm too
Sam-
small for that.
And like Sam's over there reading the magazines that Johnny's in, and Johnny's grandfather and all that.
Sam's like, so if you snowboard the way your grandpa surfs, you're gonna be catching so much air that anybody here, except me,
Of course.
'cause I'm better than you.
Johnny, why did you bring your snowboard to school?
Where is he gonna put it?
I mean, you could put it in his locker, but are you just gonna like walk around with it all day? I'm gonna make the creative assumption that the school day has ended and he's gotten it out of his locker to take it to the mountain, rather than the idea that he just takes it from class to class to class.
I was about to say that, like, it's probably the end of the school day. Otherwise, this makes no sense.
I hope so. And Johnny pretty much just puts this chick in her place. He's just. I think he's done with her.
He is, and he's goading her because she's like waiting with the snowboard. He's like, well, I'm having fun.
Yeah.
And like, he's like, I'm sure you think, does your dad have anything against that? I'm sure he does.
Yeah.
She's like, haha, very funny. And he's like, I bet you couldn't do that because, they don't come here. And he goaded her. She's there now.
Yeah.
I love how she's so, like, incognito, or she's trying to be.
Yeah. Like, girl, you are wearing so much gear. Do you honestly think anybody's going to recognize you? Like, do you think you're this famous? Like, do you think you are just small town famous? And they're just watching her absolutely eat snow again and again and again.
Oh, I would too. After the way she did us, like,
Oh yeah. I wonder, like, if she had to learn surfing for their snowboard for this.
I want to say no.
How
let's
close
find out.
she comes to the edge of that goddamn mountain!
And she just jumps off like an idiot. You were trying to be.
She goes off her second ledge.
Like, she was trying to be so incognito that you did this to yourself.
Yeah. Why are they at a place that has just a fucking ledge for a, like, you took brand new snowboarders to an absolute edge off a cliff down a straight shot down that mountain.
To be fair, the boys didn't. She did it herself because she was like, I can do this.
Yeah, that's fair.
So, bitch fucking deserves it.
And Sam is very pretty much collected, and he's like, I'm gonna get help, and then Sam falls off the mountain.
And then Sam falls off. Johnny!
It's like, you're gonna have to surf down the mountain.
Her name is Emily. I forgot about that.
Oh, yeah.
Also, we never really paid attention.
That's fair. But, like, in my head, she's just Snow Xenon, so.
Snow Xenon, yes.
Yeah. And Snow Xenon is asking Sam, and she's like, "Are you sure Johnny's good enough to get down the mountain?" And he's like, "Yeah, yeah."
She's also the voice of Bonnie from Kim Possible.
Oh, is she? I
Yeah.
didn't know that. So Sam manages to remove her snowboard so that it drops down the mountain and it's not weighing her down. My problem is if I was Johnny and like I would have went down the mountain to get help, I'm not sure I would have been able to tell you where to go back up the mountain. And just like, where are they? Like, honestly, as you twist and turn down that mountain, would you know where you went?
No. I just feel like buy an orange flag that says "Do not enter."
Right?
That's about all I remember.
I would have had to have like left something there to like indicate this is where.
Fun fact.
Huh.
Miss Emily here
Yeah.
got arrested for a DUI back in 2007.
Ha!
Yes, we're gonna pull up the twat first.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I would have said no. I'm good. Like you can pull me up first.
I'm more.
Or better yet, have them both grab the rope, attach the rope to the what is he riding? The snowmobile, and then just pull them both up the mountain. Oh my god, don't have a dramatic moment while your friend is threatening to fall off the mountain and die. Why did she tell her father? They're using a payphone. There's no cell phones at this point.
Daddy, that's not fair. You can't go there anymore. But that's not fair. You're an urchin now, Hawaii.
Now they're threatening Johnny over this horrid girl.
Why?
See, Sam's dad is proud of like, you know, the fact that he wanted to.
He did a good job.
Yeah, he did a good thing. They're okay. He was trying to do something right. Johnny's dad, on the other hand.
Johnny's dad's a fucking twat.
Yeah. At least the
mom was worried that something happened to her son.
This guy is such an asshole. He's like, no matter what, you try to act like my father. And Johnny's just like, thanks. And he's like, it wasn't a good thing.
The mom just goes like, so the dad is like, no matter what I do, I can't get him far enough away from his grandfather, who apparently is a bad influence on his kid. And the mom just goes, hold on, tell me this entire move was not about taking Johnny away from his grandpa.
And it's like, oh, well, it wasn't, but it was a plus. And it's just like, what the fuck? I don't know. If I was her, I would be like, you know what? I'm really starting to question this about whether or not I should take my kid back to Hawaii.
Right? The mom is smart. He's just because her husband's like, I don't understand why we're not a close family. And she's like,
it's like, you dumbass.
It's like, it has nothing to do with surfing. It has nothing to do with Johnny's grandpa. It's got nothing to do with any of this shit. It's got everything to do with you.
Exactly.
She's like, why do you think he's so close to his grandpa? Think about it.
His grandfather talks to him. Like, you just sit there and use all, like, the one time Johnny showed interest in what you were doing, like, with your work and stuff like that, you used him to show him how much surfing sucks. Like, come on. No parent should put that much fucking effort into, like, trying to, like, put down their kids' hobbies.
Dude, he's like, am I grounded? And mom's like, why would you think that? Because dad's mad. And when dad is mad, I'm grounded.
Mm-hmm. And Johnny's like, why does dad hate grandpa so much? And she's like, he doesn't hate him. They're just vastly different people.
Like, they don't agree on a lot of things, like life.
No. Johnny's like, that's a big thing.
Bullshit. Dad only cares about his job.
Yeah, Johnny's like, it's kind of weird to think about dad caring about anything but his job. And she's like, he cares about a lot of things besides his job. He's like, really? You sure about that?
You sure about that?
Yeah, like I so much hear that. I mean, like, you sure about that?
Are you sure about that? Like, I don't think so. So
Johnny goes to school and he talks to Emily's dad about what happened on the mountain. And now she's mad. Like,
Johnny's trying to be an adult and like own up to his stuff. So, and she just goes, why'd you tell him? It's just like,
girl, you went to that side of the mountain voluntarily. Like, that was your choice to go there. You decided to do that. It had nothing to do with Johnny.
So stupid.
Now the other snowboarders think he's pretty cool.
The other
'Cause he
urchins.
yeah, because when Johnny was going to rescue Sam and Emily, he got a lot of air on one of his
Uh-huh.
jumps.
And Sam just got him his first urchin hat because he's cool enough now.
So two of his friends almost die, and then his other friends are like, yeah, well, let's go down this side of the mountain, and it's dangerous, and we're not supposed to be there.
But like, we
Um,
just got some real nice fresh snow.
and it's just like, didn't you guys just get in like enough trouble recently?
Johnny's like,
And
can't we get in trouble for that? And the other urchin's like, go big or go home. That's the urchin
yeah,
motto.
it's like only if you get caught. And Johnny wipes out again. Oh, Sam
So does
wipes out
Sam.
too. I wonder if they just put these kids on snowboards and just go down the mountain. We're just gonna record you as is. Whatever
Right?
happens. Like if you wipe out, you wipe out.
Oh, look, the skiers are coming.
The mustard brigade, as they all
The
wear
mustard brigade.
horrid mustard yellow jackets.
I love that. I love that. I really do. Again, sweet Johnny. He's just like, the waves are for everybody in Hawaii. Why should this be any different?
This guy steps on Johnny. And Johnny, with a
Literally.
snowboard still connected to his feet, tries to beat the shit out of this dude. And Sam's like, smack him!
Sam's like, no, I know you don't want to mess with me. Stay there.
It's like, stay there, little mustard boy. Oh yeah, I'm really afraid of the 16-year-old that's over there, been held back several grades and is picking on the 12-year-old. The guy who rescued them off the side of the mountain is like, y'all good? And they're just like, yeah, it's fine.
We're not hanging off the side of a cliff. This principal's a fucking asshole. He's just like,
yeah, he is.
I can only go by what the other students told me.
So he's getting in trouble for for the fight that he was in. And it's just like, you know what? At this point, just expel him. Just expel him. Let him go to the public school. He'd be happier there.
He'd be much happier there. He's got friends there.
And his dad's just pissed again.
Even the principal, who's supposed to be fostering,
And the mom's looking at him like he's sus. The mom is not pleased. She is pissed. She's looking at this principal like, what the fuck are you saying to my child?
She's also very mad at her husband.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
I think that would be the part where I'm like, you know what? My kid never got into any trouble before we brought him here. I think it's time to go home.
Mm-hmm. Like, the principal, like I said, who was supposed to be the head of fostering community and everyone getting along and blah blah blah, is like, listen, you have to make a choice here. It's like, what fucking choice do I have to make? It's like, what the fuck? It's like, which road do you want to take? Do you want to take the privileged road where everything will be handed to you as you be bullied, or do you want to go have fun and not have the same opportunity? It's like, and Johnny, being the smart 13-year-old that he is and takes no bullshit, is like, that is not fair. Why is it divided that way? It shouldn't be divided that way.
That's very true. Like,
and the
that mom raised Johnny correctly.
Yes.
Like, she raised a really good son. And it's
who raised him? Her mom and his grandpa.
Yep. They raised a good kid. Because the dad has that same elitist views that headmaster does. But, like, the mom is, like...
Mom's not having any of it.
She's not. And, like, she's pissed. And I don't know. Like, if I was her, I would have to have a serious conversation with her husband about, like, you know what? Our kid never got into any trouble before we brought him here. He never had any issues before we brought him here. And the only reason you actually seemed to want to bring him here is so that he didn't hang out with his grandfather, who does nothing but show him love and talk to him and treat him well. So I think the problem in this family is you. So I think I'd pack up my kid and go back to Hawaii.
I would.
Yeah. You can sell that big-ass lopsided house and get yourself a nice place back in Hawaii.
Like, Sam is here to tell Johnny something important that's happened to him that's going to affect both of them.
Yeah.
And Johnny's dad is like, not now, Sam. He's like,
his dad's being an asshole again.
Again.
And the mom is just like, we can give them 5 minutes.
And now Sam is leaving because his dad got another post as sergeant major, and now they're moving. You have the two 13-year-olds who are like, well, I don't want to move again, says Sam.
Yeah.
Johnny is just pissed in general. So like, we gotta do something. What do they do? I know what they're gonna do. And now the mom is mad. To
And the dad's just sitting there, like, reading the newspaper, like he doesn't care.
Iceland. Sam is moving to Iceland.
And the dad's like, you don't want to hear this, but Sam leaving's for the best.
And he's like, you have to learn to get along with your peers. Sir!
That's what Sam is!
Sam is his peer. He is his friend. These douchebags at this academy are not his peers. No one treats him with respect. No one treats him fairly. Everyone bullies him. Yeah, stay with me.
The dad is just taking everything Johnny enjoys away from him.
See? One day
Johnny's like,
and he's like, no, I'm never gonna understand. He's like, you know that all this is bullshit and it's wrong, and I'm never gonna forgive you for it.
And the mom is still pissed.
Like, you're taking everything away from this kid. You took him from his home. You put him in a place where nothing is familiar to him.
And then now you're taking away the friends that he already has. Like, he tried to make friends, he tried to get along, and when he finds some kind of happiness and you're like, well, it doesn't fit in your box of happiness, so you're just like, no, you can't have that.
And now Johnny gone. He wrote them a note on his giant bulky laptop.
And the dad just seems so shocked, but the mom is just like, what the fuck do you expect?
The dad's like, I don't believe this, and mom's like, I believe it. Like,
yep,
you drove him to this. How far can they get? Yeah, they go to fucking Hawaii.
I don't know how they got there, but they did.
I have a feeling that Grandpa bought them their tickets.
Probably. Their grandfather's pretty chill like that.
Yeah.
And Sam's like, I don't know if this is a good idea. No, the grandfather looks surprised.
That's true. He does look surprised.
So, and Sam's just like, I don't know if this is a good idea. And then Johnny's like, dude, look around. And he's like, okay, yeah, you're right. This is cool. It's like,
it's worth it. It's worth it.
And the grandfather's just so excited to see him again.
Look at Sam on the fucking couch. Like, his head is, like, cocked off the thing.
At 13, I could have slept that way. At 31, my whole body would just... I wouldn't be able to get up in the morning. The grandfather's like, this is not about you and me. This is about you and your kid.
The dad's like, you gotta send them back. He's like, I could, but I'm not gonna.
It's like, they'll come back when they're ready. You need to chill out and stop being an asshole.
Because even the grandpa's like, I'm not gonna send them back before they themselves are ready to go back. Because if I do, they're just gonna keep doing this.
Yeah, and the next time it won't be here; it'll be somewhere else
where they have nobody that you can like goad into sending them back.
Yeah.
Sam's dad looks at Johnny's mom and goes, so what now? And she's like, she tells Sam's dad, like, they're in good hands. They are. And Sam's dad's like, really? And she looks at her husband, gives him the nastiest stare and goes, I'm sure.
They're a lot better off in Hawaii than they are here. They're together and they're happy. Yeah.
He can stay in Vermont. Mom and Johnny can go back to Hawaii.
Exactly. She can be a single parent because it sounds like she's already doing that.
She's like, somewhere along the way, I lost the man I fell in love with. He's like, well, I couldn't stay a kid forever. And she's like, did I ask for you to stay a kid? No. She's like, the guy that I fell in love with was so full of life.
And happy.
And she's like, I can't sit by and watch you strip the joy from our son that you used to have.
And for the very first time, the dad realizes that his wife might walk away from him for their kid.
Yeah. Look at him just like playing with sand.
Uh-huh.
Oh god, I would hate that so much. My ADD just go, my tism.
In the sand.
Too much sand.
Yeah.
Like, the grandpa's so cool.
He is cool. And the grandfather's going to teach Sam how to board while Johnny goes out and has fun surfing on his own with his own friends.
Do you see these rock necklaces they're all wearing?
Yeah, the puka shells. Yeah, and all that.
Oh my god, the puka shells.
When we were kids and all that, or at least like in that late 90s, very early 2000s phase, every like boy had that necklace, that shell necklace. It was in every like Abercrombie and Finch, like every mall store possible. They had that
single one. And like I had puka shells I know I did.
Yeah, yeah.
And then when you look at pictures of like the
Sam's
90s,
backwards on that surfboard as it just takes him off in the waves.
you know how you see those 90s heartthrobs pictures and everyone's like with
Yeah.
spiked gel hair with like the puka shells, and I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
how
That
are we attracted to this back in the day?
that tan, that just like
that fake tan. The
that
fake
fake
tan where
tan.
you saw like the line where it ends.
Uh-huh. The boy with the fake tan, the frosted spiked tips, and the puka shell necklace. And Johnny, once again, demonstrating that he is such a good kid because his friends come back and they're like, let's go surfing, let's go all this. And he turns around and he looks at Sam, who's being taught by his grandfather, like how to surf. And Johnny says, you know what? No, I'm going to stay and I'm going to help teach my new friend how to surf. And then that's what they do. That is like the ideal kid. Like, Johnny is like an ideal chill kid. All he wants to do is surf. He's a good kid. He's not getting involved in anything he shouldn't be. And yet the dad still doesn't like respect or like anything about Johnny.
You gotta deal with everything that's happening, like you deal with a raging swell. See, now that they've all kind of like relaxed and like they've had their breakdown, now Sam is like, "Can I call my dad?"
It's like they just need somebody to listen to them, to talk to them, and just to stop trying to control every aspect of their lives and take all of the decisions away from them.
I fought
Like-
with my mom so much about that growing up because not only am I a teenager, but I'm also struggling balancing two different worlds, the Armenian
Yeah.
world and the American world. And like for years, we would bicker and argue and fight about like, stop trying to control me.
Mhm.
And now it's like she gets it. I don't necessarily have boundary because it's my mom.
Yeah.
It's fine. But like now she just gives her opinions. And if I
Yeah.
don't take her opinion, she doesn't reprimand me for it. Like, and
Yeah.
which is great.
As a 30-something-year-old woman, yeah.
But she will tell me, she's like, had you listened to me,
Yeah.
you wouldn't have been here. I'm like, yes, thank you. I know. I'm so glad you told me the I told you so speech.
Uh-huh.
Again. Look at those waves.
It's so pretty from a screen, not in person.
I would still take this over living in like Vermont. I would.
Oh yes, I'll agree with that. There's so much fucking snow in Vermont. Absolutely not. I would move to Hawaii well before I would move back to the Northeast.
Do you want to go back to Philly?
Listeners, you can't see the look on my face, but no, no. Oh, and now Johnny's grandfather has flown all three of them back out to Vermont, and Johnny's grandfather seems to be having a good time. He likes the cold.
Bruh, Johnny Tsunami is like, chill, bruh. Everything's fine. Everything's a game. He just wants to see how it's gonna turn out. Like, I'm chill.
Yeah.
Seeing his son like with a stick up his ass, I'm sure just makes him giddy. And oh look, your wife came to hug me. Your son is happier with me, and you're just here.
She, like, the daughter-in-law and the grandfather get along famously, and the dad is such an asshole.
It makes sense that the stars. Sorry.
The grandfather is just so adaptive to everything. He's just like chill, like he goes with it.
They're looking at the stars as they're swinging on the front porch, and he's just like, "You think the stars look brighter here than they do in Hawaii?" And I'm just going, "Yeah, because you're in Vermont, you're in the mountains, higher altitude."
True. Sense. I imagine there are parts of Hawaii though that are better because it's like once you're, especially like on the smaller islands where there aren't big cities and stuff like that.
Yeah, not a lot of light pollution.
I think Hawaii has a dark sky park, if I remember correctly. I know there's one in Texas.
The dad's like, "So what'd you do to get him home?" And he's like, "I didn't do anything."
It's like he's a lot like you, actually.
He's like, I just listened.
Yeah. Even the grandfather knows. It's like, no, you brought him here because you didn't want him to be like me.
And what's wrong with being like the grandpa? The guy's like, I don't know how many medals of surfing. He's world famous. Like,
yeah. And more than all of that, he's happy.
Yes.
Like, isn't that just what you should want for your kid?
Like, the grandpa owns up to how, like, you know, his own mistakes raising Pete, the dad. Mm-hmm. You know, like when Pete decided he doesn't want to surf anymore. That that broke the grandpa's heart.
Yeah.
But like, he could have done better. Every
Yeah.
parent says that. But like, you gotta learn.
Yeah, and like nobody's perfect. But the thing with the grandfather is he knew the line, like when to push, and the dad doesn't, and like because the dad just keeps pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing and making things worse. But the grandfather knows when to step back.
Yeah. Now Pete's looking at his pictures with his dad growing up.
That glass shelf built into the wall behind me is such a 90s thing. Like, we don't do that anymore. We don't build like weird cutout sections of walls and stuff like that and put glass shelves with weird vases on them anymore.
Or the bathroom dividers where it's like the big chunks of frosty glass.
Yeah.
I hated those. They're over here snowboarding. They're about to go snowboarding, and he's just like, "But Dad said I didn't get in trouble," and like, or whatever. And the grandpa's like, "Well, didn't your dad teach you to listen to your elders?" He's like, "Well, yeah." He's like, "Well, I'm your elder, and I'm saying I'll take care of your dad. You show me the best runs."
Exactly. And then
Like,
Johnny brings his grandfather to the snowboard shop, and the snowboard owner is just like, "Oh my god, you're here!" It's like that's the coolest thing ever.
and he drops all of his own snowboards.
Yeah, and
I mean,
Johnny's grandfather asks for 2 snowboards. Did they get rid of all of Johnny's gear?
no, because he's wearing the jacket and the beanie and everything. But
They are that is a new helmet.
that
And
is
I'm
a new
curious to
helmet.
see if that is a new board. And the grandfather's like, "Let's see if you can keep up with me."
And Johnny's like, "I didn't know you could snowboard."
His grandfather's already doing tricks and stuff like that.
Grandpa's like, "Show me if you can keep up. Come on."
His
a
grandfather's
little-
very good at it too.
I'm not even surprised.
I think that's the same board. I can't quite tell, but I think that Johnny has the same board. The grandfather definitely has the one that looks like a surfboard, but
Yeah, the wood one that he picked up.
yeah.
It looks like Johnny's board, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's Johnny's board.
Oh, to have the ability to just jump off a fucking cliff and fall
Right.
and just continue. Uh-uh.
It is. I have never been skiing, snowboarding, any of that, and so like I'm just curious how much they are.
I think
Okay.
it's like $150, $200 for like a day
No.
pass.
No, I meant the snowboards. Like how much to purchase a snowboard? It's anywhere by the $250 to $700 for a snowboard.
300 is about your average, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, look!
The bullies are back.
And they're like, "Who's the freak?"
The grandfather's just not phased by Brett.
Not at
It's
all.
like, I'm not threatened by a 16-year-old who's trying to threaten my 12-year-old nephew. Like, I'm not. Brett is like, that the mountain's been divided forever. And yet, Sam told you that, like, it's only been a decade.
Johnny's like, so his grandpa's like, "You have the right, little 16-year-old twat, that you know, it's how you were raised." He's like, and then Johnny's like, "But see, we have this thing in Hawaii where we have a contest. Whoever catches the biggest wave basically runs the beach for the day. So I challenge you. You mano a mano down the cornice. If the 16-year-old wins, fine. We won't go on your side anymore. But if I win, we share the mountain."
And Johnny's grandfather puts up his surfing medallion as the winning trophy. And Sam stops by to say goodbye because he does still have to move to Iceland.
Unfortunately.
I don't
And he
even know
won't be
if
there at the big old race. That fake
I was
snow.
gonna say, like, I'm not even sure if the U.S. has a base in Iceland, but they do. I googled
Well,
it.
they do. Pete's now coming back on his own and be like, "Just forget about the grounding."
Okay. Johnny, being an extremely mature kid, is like, a lot happened, and I am sorry for the running away. I'm not really sure why I did it, despite the fact that everybody watching this movie knows why I did it. But he's like, I am sorry for it.
He's like, "Things are gonna be different." And the dad's like, "Yeah, they are." Because now Pete's like, "Yes, I must also change." Pete's like, hard to believe, but yes, your dad's not perfect.
It's like, there isn't a single person watching this movie who thought you were. So
Dad's like, "What can I do to make it up to you?" He's like, come to the race.
It's like, you have to come to my race and watch me absolutely destroy this dude and destroy all of the convictions your stupid principal has. Also, the children do not have the authority for this.
No.
To change the like legal ramifications of an entire mountain.
The wife's like, was that apology to your son painful?
And the grandfather and the wife are both just smirking at him like, I don't know what that, I think that it's a candle holder that's like on top of their table, but I love it.
Oh, I missed it.
It's really nice looking. So these 13 to 16-year-old children are apparently going to race for control of the mountain, which they have the authority to do. Like when I was watching this as a kid, I was like, yes, of course they will race and decide how to free up the mountain. But imagine if Johnny like wins and then walks up to like what, the ski resort owner or something like that. It's like, oh yeah, no, I won a race, so we have to open the mountain now. And be like, what? I don't really recall a whole lot about the sequel, but I really hope Emily's not in it. Because, yeah.
Let's find out.
Well, Sam's dad got his order changed so that they could leave in the morning so that Sam could be here for him.
See, that's a good dad.
That is a good dad. Sam's dad is a pretty good dad.
So see, these guys are brothers.
And Randy they do own the mountain. The snowboard owner and the ski shop owner do own the mountain. So they have the authority.
It's the same actor, by the way.
Is it?
It is. It is.
I didn't know that. Also, Brett, why are you not wearing a jacket? He has to wear all black so that we know he's the evil one.
Oh. By the way, no. Emily is not in the sequel.
Thank God.
But the mom and the dad and the grandpa are the same.
And Brett immediately cheats by shoving Johnny to the side as they start to go down the mountain.
I don't... I'm watching them ski and snowboard. I'm going, what happens if one of those skis gets caught in something?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
well, we're all just rooting that Brett just takes a really hard, bloody fall.
Or just straight into a tree, you know, that's fine too.
Yeah. No, he did land on his ass, though. I think with skiing, my knees would hurt from going side to side in an angle like that. I think I'd
not just your knees, your quads. Oh my God, the muscles in your quads. Ugh.
I think I'd prefer snowboarding, mostly just because I'd be too worried I was going to get my skis like tangled up in themselves.
That too.
And just like,
that too.
I feel like snowboarding, while more difficult to learn how to do, is probably less dangerous of the two. Skiing seems like it's just an absolute splat on the ground waiting to happen.
Yeah, you're either gonna do the splits or you're gonna crisscross your skis. Like,
yeah.
The fact that Brett here is trying to like hook his sticks into like
Johnny's legs and everything, yeah.
Like, did you not learn anything about sportsman-like quality, like conduct?
Exactly.
Come on, you can compete. Fine, compete, be competitive,
but have some sportsmanship. Yeah. I wonder how many times they made these guys run down the mountain, like, to film this. Also, snowboarding just looks a lot cooler than skiing.
It does.
Skiing looks absolutely stupid. I'm going to be honest with you.
I've never liked the whole.
You look like every skier looks like a douchebag. I'm sorry, but I will think of you as a preppy douchebag every time I see somebody who skis. The grandfather gives it to Emily, the medallion, to put on Johnny. And Brett, being the absolute sore loser that he is, the dad just immediately is like, we're going to have a big party at our house and everybody's
There's about
invited.
50 people there.
And it's just like, did you plan for that at
all? Do
you
have everything you need for that party?
They have a Hawaiian party, which is cool because like that's celebration for Johnny. So
that's like, you know, you earned it. You are more than welcome to go spend the rest of the school year with your grandpa in Hawaii. And this idiot's like, nah.
I think I would have gone. Sam's leaving.
Who are you gonna hang out with,
Brett?
I would have gone. So yeah, I just won this fucking race, but man, I'd rather surf.
Yeah.
Can you hear them? They're the same person.
Uh-huh.
Ta-da! All the money coming in now.
Look at that. They're bringing families together. I completely forgot there was, like, sequels to this movie. And I forgot until you showed me like the image of it. It's filmed quite a long time afterwards, isn't it? It's filmed like 8 years later.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, because this one's from 2000, or no, this one is from 1999. The other one's from 2007.
Oh yeah. Well, would you look at that?
Yeah. Mom's the same. Johnny's the same, I believe.
Dad's the same. Grandpa's the same. No one else is from this one is in it.
Just the Johnny, the mom, the dad, and the grandfather, right?
Yep.
Well, that's good because, like, besides Sam, I didn't like the rest of them. What?
Yeah, I hate I hate when they change out like core characters, like actors.
Mm-hmm.
It's like with Halloween Town.
Yes. Oh my god, that was so stupid.
Dumb.
And they did that with the sequels, the third and fourth Home Alone movies. Different kids.
Yeah, that really pissed me off.
Yeah, it's just like, no. Why would I? No, just hard pass. Like I watched that specifically for like McAllister Family. Like, come on.
Now, specifically for Macaulay Culkin. That's the only reason I watched it.
The weirdest thing on the planet for me is Macaulay Culkin and the chick who played London Tipton are married.
The song. And they have a kid.
And they have a child. I feel like when I found that out, I'm like, oh, this is one of those alternate dimension things.
Yeah. London Tipton and Kevin McAllister are married.
Yeah. And like that's the weirdest thing on the planet. I really just feel like we took a left turn into a different dimension at that point. You know what we should do? We should do an episode for the podcast about like the Mandela effect things that we think are like different dimension shit. Like we've I don't think anybody's going to argue that at some point we traveled into a different dimension because this is not my reality here. Like the so many, like the Fruit Loops boxes not being correct, the Raisin Bran son, whether or not he wore sunglasses, Tony the Tiger's nose, like what color that is. I know those are all cereal.
Pikachu has a black thing, like Pikachu's tail is yellow or is black.
And it's just not.
The Bernstein Bears or the Bernstein Bears. Yeah.
Oh, that one pisses me off because I'm like, no.
The one that pisses me, the one that gets me the most is the.
Is it Tinkerbell?
No, the whole Shazam and Kazam movie.
Yes, that was it. Shaq was in a movie.
Shaq, yes. The one with Shaq. Yes, that one was called Kazam or Shazam. One of them.
Yeah.
The other one that we all remember is instead of Shaq, it was Sinbad. And his outfit colors were reversed. So, like, if Shaq's outfit was like a gold top and purple pants, Sinbad's was gold pants and purple top. Like, I remember this. I remember seeing Sinbad. And Sinbad's like, I never made this film. I'm like, then why are you in my core memory?
Right?
Like,
I don't get it. I don't get it. And like, there was this whole thing where Tinkerbell was apparently never the intro for Disney, and like, you know, like she does the little magic thing with the Disney cat, and I'm just like, no.
Then what was it then? What was like, the little ball that just goes? Well,
like you see Tinkerbell, like she's there at the beginning, and she has like a little wand thingy, and it just like the little magic comes out. Like I remember that. And like they're trying to say that Disney never put those at the beginning of their movies. I'm like, Disney absolutely put Tinkerbell at the beginning of their movies.
You put in any VHS, and you're gonna get that blue background with the White Castle that comes up in the bars, and the little ball, which is Tinkerbell, that comes up around and going da na 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 na.
Yeah, and like she's in it. Like you physically see Tinkerbell, and it's just like, what?
This shit hurts my brain.
I know, so but we need to do an episode about that.
All right, I've written it down. I have written it down.
Okay, we will do that at some point because this is stupid. I don't like this dimension. We'll also have to try and figure out where we think the dimension change happened. It could be more than one as well, because I definitely think COVID was a dimensional shift.
Because I have read that reality shifts happen when like major events take place.
Yeah.
We've gone through so many.
It's just like,
we went through one on Tuesday. Realities.
It's like we went through one on Tuesday, a week ago, 2 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, and 27 times this year. So, yes, I don't like this timeline. I would like Loki to go to the TVA and just kind of fix it, please.
Yeah, just
I also don't think I belong in the reality where the TVA TV show exists because I don't like it. So,
we
Yeah.
belong. What we need to do is we need to find a fairy circle and just go through it.
a very powerful fairy circle to get the whole
Like,
planet shift realities.
I know, like, and I know that going into a fairy circle is dangerous, even though we know a lot about it. Like, between you, me, and Aaron and Jessica, we know a lot about how to
Mhm.
work that world. I'd much rather walk into a fairy, like, I need a fairy mound just to walk through and be like,
Look.
I'm done with this reality.
I need-
give me a sword. I am not trained, but give me a fucking sword. Like, I'm
Long
going
as-
to battle.
Just give you something in pure iron. Give me a couple of swords in pure iron, maybe some daggers. I'll take my bow. Pack up the cats, my dog, like all together, and we'll just all just walk into a fairy circle.
Yeah.
Because I am tired of this reality. I would like it to change into one of mystical, magical, fae
Wonder.
goodness.
Yes.
Even if they're rude or terrible fae, I'll fight a fae. I'm more willing.
If we end up in the same reality as Cardin, we'll be happier than what we are here.
I'll kill him. It's fine. His
Yeah.
crown's up for grabs. Like, look, okay, I'm more willing to have stress and anxiety about a fae assassin or fighting a giant evil creature than I am about bills. So I ain't got no issues. Let's go. Let's just fucking peace. Like, I'm out. New reality, please. Just gonna shift that to the next one because I don't like this one. This one's stupid.
Very, very stupid. All right, shall we wrap it up?
Yes. Our rant about alternate, like, this took a turn. We went from watching Johnny Tsunami to be like, alternate realities are real.
It started because Xenon was in this movie. Xenon's supposed to be at the space station.
That's fair. That's fair. It's all Xenon's fault.
I'll accept that.
All Xenon's fault. Oh, all right. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us to watch Johnny Tsunami and for joining us for our Disney Channel throwbacks. It was a lot of fun watching Xenon and Johnny Tsunami, and I need to get a Disney Plus subscription again so I can watch all of these movies because I haven't seen them in forever and I miss them because this is where good Disney Channel ended.
You can use my information.
This is like I want to watch the new Percy Jackson show too. I'd never read the books, but I'm interested in watching the show.
For you?
No, but I'm gonna get a new one because I'm gonna do the bundle thing to get Hulu back.
Oh, okay.
So I need to do that, and I need to get Netflix back by the end of February because Avatar: The Last Airbender show is coming, and I want to see that.
Fuck, that's right. Okay.
So, but I'm not getting it until then because it's expensive. So
it is
stupidly expensive. But we will see you guys later. Thank you so much for joining us in this throwback evening, and we will see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Tune in next week for more fuckery because we have some serious questions and concerns.